Welcome to Lesson 1. In this lesson, you will explore the importance of time management and the 13 key time management principles. Life is too short, and the time we waste in yawning can never be regained. Time is probably the most valuable and scarcest of resources. There is a limited amount of time in our work and personal lives to accomplish what we need and like to do. If we waste an hour in an ineffective meeting, this is an hour that cannot be spent on patient care issues, developing new initiatives, employee satisfaction, or with your family. You have probably asked yourself questions like, where did the time go? Why can't I find the time to do what I need to do? Why are we wasting so much time in meetings? Why are we always in crisis mode? This lesson addresses these questions by providing specific methods and techniques. Click Next to get started. There are 13 critical time management principles that provide the foundation for this module. The principles can be grouped into 3 categories. Click Next to learn about each. Welcome to Lesson 2. In this lesson, you will build on your new knowledge of the time management principles by digging into the principles of daily planning, priorities, and avoiding procrastination. To do this, you'll identify the 5 steps for setting goals and priorities. Recall the 10 steps for setting up a workable schedule, and evaluate yourself using an urgency rating tool. Start by doing what's necessary, then what's possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible. The first and most important step in time management is the setting of goals, particularly daily goals. To review the recommended steps for setting goals and creating daily priorities, click Next. During a busy life, I have often been asked, how do you manage it all? The answer is very simple. It is because I did everything promptly. There are 10 key strategies for creating a workable schedule. Click next to review each. Next week, there can't be any crisis. My schedule is already full. Every manager should identify if they operate in crisis mode too frequently, which is giving undue attention to immediate problems and not focusing on the important. Click next to review the Urgency Self-Evaluation tool. Before you review and use the evaluation, let's review how you will score using the tool. Evaluate your behaviors or attitudes regarding each statement on a scale where 0 equals never and 4 equals always. Add up your score and consider the following guidelines. Once you've evaluated yourself, click Next. If you score high on your urgency evaluation, you should carefully consider operating in Quadrant 2, or Important Not Urgent mode, described by Stephen Covey. Click Next to learn about the 4 quadrants. Covey's time management matrix shows a relationship between urgency and importance, as well as describes typical activities and results of these activities within 4 quadrants. Managers often operate in Quadrants 1 and 3, but should strive toward the activities and results in Quadrant 2. Managers and all employees should be aware of the time wasters found in Quadrant 4, which you will learn about later in this module. Welcome to Lesson 3. In this lesson, you will learn about the principles of delegation, reverse delegation, daily planning, and avoiding procrastination. You will do this by evaluating yourself on a time waster tool, identifying delegation warning signs, and strategies to combat issues, identifying 5 strategies for overcoming procrastination, and finally, recalling 10 guidelines for effective meeting management. Time is the most valuable thing a man can spend. The waste of time is the most extravagant of expenses. Managers will face personal and organizational time wasters. Click next to learn about time wasters. Here are 7 major personal and organizational time wasters. Specific techniques to deal with each will be addressed in this lesson, as well as Lesson 4. Click next to continue. Without the management of time, you will soon have nothing left to manage. There are 8 key warning signs that show your delegating skills require improvement. Click next to learn more. Now that you've identified delegation warning signs in your day-to-day routine, let's explore 6 guidelines for effective delegation. Click on each light bulb to learn the best practices for delegation. Procrastination is the art of keeping up with yesterday. Most of us tend to procrastinate. Click next to learn more about the reasons and solutions for procrastination. Meetings are indispensable when you don't want to do anything. Unnecessary and ineffective meetings are a major time waster for organizations. Click next to learn 10 guidelines for effective meetings. Welcome to Lesson 4. In the final lesson of this module, you will explore common distractors and how to combat them in your day-to-day routine. You'll also explore ways to organize your office. Click Next to get started. The effectiveness of work increases according to geometric progression if there are no interruptions. There are 4 common distractors in the daily work of managers. Click Next to learn how to combat each. We can lick gravity, but sometimes the paperwork is overwhelming. Sandy Block has suggested 7 steps to organize your office or desk. Click Next to review these steps. How many people on their deathbed wish they spent more time at the office? The content in this course, such as priority setting, may give the idea that you need to be obsessed with managing your time at work. The best way to do this is to integrate personal priorities, ensuring that your schedules permit time for family, hobbies, and leisure. And work can be creative, fun, and satisfying. Click Next to continue. Congratulations, you have completed the Leadership Time Management module. You have learned the importance of time management principles, how to set up priorities and develop a schedule, ideas for filling downtime, the time management matrix, and the use of self-evaluation tools to assess your daily practices.